Howdy, folks. I'm Cat Ear Brian,
I'm Cat Ear Amber.
and here's some cute cat Reddit. Kind of lied. It's only one cat Reddit story. So let's get started. Am I a jerk with my wife for getting another cat when we have a 4-month-old? Me and my wife got married about 4 years ago. My mother was never fond of my wife and made fun of her a lot over the way that she dressed and the way that she acted and her ethnicity. We both are white, but my wife is Eastern European, so she has a tinted kind of white. She would also call over uninvited, which is annoying. So, about 6 months ago, before we got married, I told my wife that we should get a cat. Why, she asked? Because my mom is allergic to it and it would keep her away and give us more privacy. That's so evil, but I love it, was her response. So we did some research and looked around some shelters for a few weeks, and then we found a 1-year-old cat, which we adopted and named Tedder, after one of my favorite singers, Ryan Tedder. Yes, I'm a One Republic fan, so sue me. It worked and she stayed away, but she kept complaining about it. We then got pregnant and she gave birth 4 months ago to our son. It has annoyed my mother to no end that she can't just drop in unannounced and she has to call and set up a time so we can put our cat in one of the rooms and hit the furniture with a lint roller. My mother-in-law calls before she arrives and will even call a week or so ahead so as not to impose. We had thought about getting another cat for a little while, and then we decided to go for it, and we adopted a kitten and named it Swift after my wife's favorite singer. My mother doesn't like this and says that we only got cats to keep her away and that it's unsafe for our baby. He's not allergic and we got him tested because they are vicious. Our cats are fine and they don't live together just yet, as we are still in the introduction period for them. Tedder loves our son and watches him from atop of our bookshelf, and has never tried attacking him, but we still supervise them both just in case. We aren't keeping my mom away forever, only we just want her to give us a day notice or so. There was another cat story I have seen on this sub yesterday, but I can't find it now, about a roommate cat, and I never got to read it, so apologies if they are similar. But Reddit, are we the jerks for keeping and getting a cat? We don't plan to get any more cats, and we tried setting some boundaries with my mother, but she never listens and told her that if she didn't stop, that when our son was born, that we would get limited contact or no contact if she kept acting up like this, and she's currently on limited thanks to the cats. Alright folks, what do you think, jerk or not the jerk?
Not the jerk. I mean, if someone isn't respecting your boundaries, I think it's perfectly reasonable to find a way to enforce your boundaries. Having cats seems like a harmless way to do so. Cats aren't harmful to children generally, so that's not an issue.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think that there's a huge issue with you buying cats, and not everyone wants pets, but there are a lot of people who do want to keep pets, and this was a pretty minimalistic way of setting a boundary, so I don't really feel like it is all that problematic. Alright folks, our next letter is titled, Am I a Jerk for Telling My Friend That She Was Undermining My Work by Having Extravagant Centerpieces for the bridal table at her wedding, compared to the guest tables, which I made the centerpieces for? The title, basically. I'm a 26-year-old female and I can make really nice floral arrangements. It's not really a business, but I have made centerpieces and arrangements for my family and friends and their events. Last year, we'll call her Sadie, a 23-year-old female, contacted me, saying that she likes my work and asked if I could make some centerpieces for the guest tables at her wedding. Sadie is my close friend's cousin, and while I've seen her around and occasionally talked to her, we're not close friends or anything. I said sure, and we worked out what she wanted. Also, I asked if she wanted something for the bridal table, but she said that that was already covered, and she invited me to the wedding as well. So the wedding was last week. I was really happy with how all the centerpieces turned out and thought that they looked great. On the bridal table, however, they had these really extravagant centerpieces that were stunning. And obviously I didn't make them, so I asked Sadie who did. She said that she made those ones herself. But she wouldn't have time to make all of the centerpieces for the tables, so she asked me. I'll be honest, that I felt kind of betrayed, because her centerpieces were much nicer than mine and people would ask about those, not the ones on the guest tables. I didn't say anything, but later I messaged her politely, I didn't go off, that I felt that she was undermining my efforts by having such showy centerpieces. Sadie said that she wasn't trying to undermine me or anything like that, and this is what she thought went well with the decor. I said that she should have been upfront about the bridal table, or had the same centerpieces as the guest tables. She started getting mad and said there was nothing to be upfront about and that I'm overstepping. So am I the jerk? I'm just kind of mad that she was trying to overshadow my work, but she was annoyed at me for texting her that. Alright folks, what do you think? Jerk or not the jerk?
Yes, you're the jerk. I mean, you could have asked her at any point in time what the centerpieces for the bridal table looked like. You knew she was going to have some. And, like, if you were that concerned about there being a mismatch, you could have asked her at any point along the way.
Well, yeah, I think that this is one of those cases where OP, she told you up front that she wasn't going to have all the tables the same and that the bridal tables were covered. So she was being upfront with you. There was no, if you didn't like that arrangement, then you should have said, I would rather just have all the centerpieces uniform and I'm not going to do extra centerpieces if I can't do the bridal table as well. It's just a policy I have.
Yeah, so you could have refused her offer or her request at any point in time, but you chose to just go with it, go into it without asking any questions. And it's kind of, I think, normal for the bridal table to have fancier centerpieces. It feels like you feel like you were upstaged, but she was doing this like. I feel like the bride of all people should be able to make decorations for the wedding without like getting flack for them being showy.
Yeah, I mean, I think that that's really what it boils down to. And the fact that OP is really this upset about it just kind of shows that she cares a little bit more than she's kind of letting on. She's trying to play this off as like, oh, you know, I don't use this as a business or anything like that. But then she wants everyone to ask about her centerpieces in particular.
Right. OP was kind of expecting to be the star of the show, it seems like, and she's upset that someone made nicer centerpieces than her.
Yeah. So that's my thoughts. So anyhow, take care and good luck. And International Aid 6614 says, you're the jerk, what did you think already covered meant? Instead of getting her to recommend you to her guest, you've ensured that she will no longer even avail you of services for future events. Did you not realize the only way that guests would have known about your business is if she recommended you to them? You've effectively burned that bridge by your comments. And OP replies, I've thought of that already, and I thought that she meant that she could get another vendor. Making them herself just felt like a bit like she was trying to show off, oh, how great these look, kind of thing. She could have made them all herself instead of asking me. Or if it was a time issue, she could have asked me to make the bridal table ones and make the guest table ones herself. I get it's her wedding though, so I can see how I might have overreacted.
So I think this just reinforces that OP really wanted hers to be the star of the show, and you're taking away the wrong lesson from this OP.
Yeah, OP is taking away the wrong lesson. Alright folks, it is tea time. Grab your beverages of choice. I've got some tea right here, but I don't have any special guest teas.
No,
because we're out. And Amber has a joke.
Knock knock.
I thought we did this last week. I mean, what was it? Last week you were like a broom or something
knock,
like
knock.
that? You were a stable last week.
Knock knock.
Who is there?
Soup.
Soup is at my door.
Knock knock.
Talking Soup is at my door.
Knock knock.
Bernard the Unhinged 2.
Soup.
Soup who?
Superwoman.
What?
Superwoman.
I mean, not that I don't get the joke. I just don't think that's a very good one.
I think it's fine.
Like, I mean, it could have been super anyone. It could have been Superman. It could have been super anything.
Why is Superwoman a bad choice?
It's not a bad choice anymore. Then it just doesn't. It's just not a good choice in general. I'm not saying Superman would have been a better choice.
That's what it sounds like. It sounds like Brian doesn't like Superwoman.
And I've got Earl Grey. Alright, folks, that's all the time we have for today. I hope you enjoyed today's very cat episode. Thanks so much for watching. And Amber, what is the moral of the story for today?
Don't make everything about you if you're a vendor for someone else's wedding. And pet all the cats, get all the cats. Cats are awesome.
We know who's going to have all the cats. Thanks so much for watching, and we will see you all tomorrow.
Bye.
We had thought about getting another car for a while and decided to go for it. So we adopted a kitten and named it Swift. Oh, they mean
I mean cat, yes.
I can't even help it. Like there's nothing I could have done there to have saved myself from that precipice.